What is up, my maker friends? How are y'all doing today? I'm super stoked you're joining me. My name is Kerri, and I run a YouTube channel called Mama Dares to DIY. I'm also on all of the other social media sites as Mama Dares to DIY. Y'all, Amy has invited me here today to debut a new stencil, and it's something that I'm super excited about because it involves something that I love dearly, and that is my puppy dog. Y'all, this stencil is so stinking cute. Look at this. This stencil is called Party Animal. I'm really excited to use this. My puppy dog's name is Diesel. He's a 125-pound cane corso, and y'all, he thinks he's about the size of a little Yorkie Terrier. He has no idea he's as big as he is. Do y'all have puppy dogs? I would love to know what the name of your puppy dog is and what kind of puppy he is down in the comments below. I'm really excited to show you what I've got planned today. It's going to be so much fun. Diesel's got a birthday coming up very soon, so when Amy asked me to debut this, it made me so excited. Do you want the chance to win this super cute party animal stencil for yourself? Y'all, all you've got to do is drop 3 of your friends' names down in those comments below and tag them and tell them they should join us and look at what we're making today on a Maker Studio. Y'all, the project that I've got planned is going to be super duper cute. It's something that you could actually sell if you are in the business of selling things, and it's something that go over really, really well. I've also got several friends of mine who are dog fanatics like I am. We all live in the same neighborhood, and we all kind of walk our dogs together, so their puppy dogs are like my family, and I think they would love what I'm going to make for my puppy dog. I think they would love one for their dog as well. So are you ready to see what I've got planned? I can't wait to show you. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the workspace, and y'all, we're going to get started on this super cute project. Okay, y'all, here is our stencil, and these are so adorable. This one is Party Animal, Insta Famous. It's my birthday, and I will bark if I want to. Throw the ball already, and then you've got this super cute little bone pattern. I'm going to be using several of these today. If I have time, I'm going to jump into more than one project, but I've got one main project that I want to share with y'all, and it is so stinking cute. So we're going to work with the gel art inks today. You can see I've got a lot of the colors laid out today just so you can see all of the pretty colors, but I'm not going to be using all of them today. I just wanted you to see how pretty all of these are. I'm also going to be using some of my foam dome brushes today for this project. And this is what I have made for us. Y'all, this is a birthday party hat for my puppy dog Diesel. This was so easy to make. All I did was to take some felt pieces that I picked up from Walmart. This is no sew. I sewed nothing. I'm not a sewer. All I did was cut out from my felt a little cone shaped, and if you have a smaller dog, you can do it out of one sheet. This I've just picked up from either Michael's or Walmart. I honestly can't remember, and I just cut out a little triangle pattern and folded that up into my shape. But because my puppy dog has a really big head, I did 2 pieces, so just judge accordingly to the size of your puppy. Then I just added on some little ties so that I can tie this on his head. And I also added in just a little bit of pom-pom trim. And you can see this is all just hot glued together. And I'll show you what it looks like. So see, there's my big triangle. And I kind of rounded off the edge a little bit. And then I added my other size triangle. I've actually got a big triangle and then a little bit smaller one. Hot glued everything together, and I'll also put a little bit of staple in here. You could sew this if you wanted to, and then I sealed it with my hot glue. So then we just flip everything back right side just to make it easier to work with. I'm not going to be using the little bone one today, but this would be super cute to personalize like a leash with. It would also be cute to maybe personalize your dog bowl with the ceramic paints. I think that would be really, really cute. When I store my stencils, I'm going to store them all back in my package here, just so I have everything nice and neat. Let's just cut all of them out while we're at it. Okay, so because it's Diesel's birthday, I'm going to use the one that says it's my birthday and I'll bark if I want to. I'm going to line the inside with just a little bit of paper just so that it won't bleed. Because I'm working with felt, I probably won't have any bleed anyway, but I just want to be on the safe side. Okay, so now we'll just peel our stencil off of our little backer board here. And if you've never worked with these mesh stencils, you're in for a super fun treat because everything stays together. Unlike other stencils where you've got to put pieces together, your mesh stencils are actually held together using the mesh that you can't see. Isn't that cool? So I'll just center this up on my little hat. And when you're working with your stencils, you want to make sure that everything is burnished to the surface that you're working on. So to do that, you just want to take your finger and sort of rub the stencil. That's going to ensure that you're not going to get any bleed through or anything like that. I'm going to move my other stencils out of the way. And when I work on any of the projects, when I'm working with my gel art inks or the ceramic paints, I like to just use a little cheap glass dish from the Dollar Tree. It makes a great palette and it's super easy to clean up. So just so you can see everything really, really good, I'm going to use my white gel art ink. I'll put a little bit on my plate here. Then I'll take one of my foam dome brushes and I'm going to offload some of this. I don't want a big glob. Give it one really good rub over before I get started. And this is so easy to do. All we're going to do is use an up and down motion to put our paint on. If you wanted to, you could put multiple colors. You could do all of your words in a different color. You could even do your party hat in a different color. But I really like the way the white is going to contrast with the blue. Don't forget, if you want the opportunity to win one of these stencils for free, all you've got to do is to drop 3 of your friends' names down in those comments below. And one lucky winner is going to get this stencil. It's going to be so cute. Do y'all go out for your dog's birthday? Do y'all make a big deal out of it? Or is it just another day? Most of the dogs that I know, they're like part of everybody's family. So it's usually a pretty big deal. Now, if you wanted to, you could also do this on one of the paper hats. But I know Diesel and he would never go for a paper hat. You definitely want to make sure that you've got all of your stencil covered. If you can still see any of your material underneath your stencil, then that means you definitely don't have enough paint. So just be aware and make sure that all of your stencil is completely covered. Now we're going to take this off and see what it looks like. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is so stinking cute. I absolutely love it. Now I am going to go ahead and drop this into my bucket of water. Once I'm completely through with all of my stencils, then I will take it to my sink and wash it out better. I just don't want my paint to dry in my stencil until I get to that point. Keeping those stencils clean is going to be the key to the longevity of those stencils. Okay, now once this dries, I will go back and paint some extra little pieces down in where like the little hat is, maybe even inside the little words. I might add some other little, decorations to it. But for now, I'm just going to lay this to the side and we'll come back to it in just a few minutes. Okay, so next I want to work on my little bandana. I say little very loosely because this is actually a very big bandana. I think I picked it up at Walmart, but it could have been Michael's. Let's move this hat out of the way. I went ahead and ironed this out, and I've got it folded onto the triangle. And I'm just going to make this a double-sided bandana. It's going to be so cute. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to stick it in between the front and the back side. I don't want that paint bleeding through. Okay, so let's move this up just a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so now I'm going to take my throw the ball already stencil, and I'm going to peel that off of its backing. And we're going to do just like we did with the stencil before. We're going to put it down onto our material, and we want to make sure that it's completely stuck to the surface. So I'm going to burnish that in really, really well. This is a super important step. I'm going to use my foam dome brush for this project as well. If you're more comfortable using the silicone tools or the spreader tool, you can do that too. I just like to use a foam dome brush when I'm working with fabric and the gel art inks because it seems to help the paint to just seep down into the fabric better. So for the ball part, I'm going to use this really pretty yellow color, and it is called Over Yonder. I just love the names that Amy gives her paints. Aren't they fun? So I'm only going to cover the ball part. The words I'm actually going to do in a different color. We'll just put some of our paint, and I'm going to work that in there so that it gets into all of those grooves. So I'm tapping pretty hard with my foam dome brush. I think I'm going to use white to do the words with. And the white is called Well I Declare. Now, after we're done, we do need to set our paint. That's going to be another super important step. So you need to let it dry for at least 4 hours. And then we're going to take a warm iron set to the cotton setting, and we're going to press that for at least 1 minute. That is going to make sure that your gel art ink is set. This is going to let our design be washed, and it's going to make it last for a long, long time. The one thing I love about the gel art inks is they don't make your fabric feel stiff or hard. Aren't these super fast projects? I think these would be so much fun to give as gifts. I've got so many friends that are animal lovers like I am, and these would be really fun to give as a Christmas gift for their animals, and it wouldn't cost a lot of money. Okay. You can also feel free to mix your paints. Don't think you just have to use the colors that are available to you. Get creative and just kind of mix your paints and make custom colors. If I had used a slightly larger dome brush, I could have covered these words a lot faster, but obviously I was not thinking. Okay. This is a super, super easy project. I do want my yellow to stand out. Whoops. I want my yellow to stand out a lot. I want it to be super, super bright. So I'm just going to go in really fast before I lift up my stencil, and I'm going to add another layer of that yellow. Okay, so let's take it up. Oh my gosh, y'all, isn't that adorable? I think it is so cute. I'm going to drop this down in my water too. Okay, so now I'm just going to, I don't want this part to get messed up, so I'm going to very carefully just move this over to the side. while I work on the other side. Like I said before, this is going to be a double-sided bandana that Diesel can wear. I'm going to put my paper down underneath this one too. And for this one, I'm going to say Insta Famous. Isn't that cute? Diesel could definitely be Insta Famous. I did accidentally get a little bit of my yellow paint on this, but no worries because I can always wash it off very carefully with a wet rag as long as I haven't heat set it yet. So no worries there. We're going to burnish the stencil in just like we did the ones before. Again, don't forget this. It's super important. So for this part, I'm going to use this pretty turquoise color called Hey Y'all. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors, and this one is so pretty. I just love the names Amy gives all of her colors. I'm really hoping that this is going to show up on the black. So really quickly, I'll just go ahead and dab this on. What's coming to your mind? What would you want to make with this stencil? I would love to know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Also, are you catching us live or are you watching us on the replay? Also, don't forget that you can totally try to win this stencil. All you've got to do is drop 3 of your friends' names down in the comments below. I think these would make great Christmas presents. They would also make great things that you could sell at craft shows. And again, just like we did before, I'm pressing down really, really hard so that all of this paint goes all the way through the stencil. I want to make sure that I can't see any of that black fabric underneath. Y'all, this color is so pretty. And hey y'all is actually one of my favorite sayings. Okay, so let's lift it up and see what we've got. Oh my goodness. This is definitely my favorite so far. What do y'all think? I love it. So I've got both of these done, and now I've got one more project that I want to share with y'all. And this one is actually not for my puppy dog Diesel. This is for my kitty cats. Diesel's 2 best friends that live in the house with him are 2 kitty cats. And of course, they've got to be part of the party too. So I want to make them a tiny little bandana that they can wear to the party as well. Now, this is just a fat quarter that I picked up from Walmart. And I think it was like $1 for the fat quarter. I just cut it into a tiny little triangle. And I didn't even worry about trying to neaten the edge up. I really like the way that rough edge looks. And for this one, I'm going to use the party animal stencil. My cats are definitely party animals. Okay, and again, we're going to burnish this in. I do have 2 kitty cats, so I can't make one something without making the other one something. So I will be making 2 of these, although I'm only going to make one on camera for y'all. Make sure that stencil is burnished in really, really well. My kitty cat is actually at my door crying right now. He wants to come in. For this one, I'm going to use the black. Put some on my plate, just like we did before. And we're just going to do this really, really quickly. Okay, look how cute this is. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. My cats are going to love them so much. So I'm going to give this just a few minutes and let all of my projects dry. So we've got our party animal bandana. We've got Diesel's party hat. It's my birthday and I'll bark if I want to. And then we've got his double-sided bandana. His Insta Famous on one side and on the other side, throw the ball already. Once I get all of these dried, I'm going to put them on all of the babies so y'all can see how cute they are on them. Let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking you're going to make with this super cute party animal stencil. I know your animals are absolutely going to love this as much as mine are. And y'all, here is Diesel with his birthday bark hat. It is so stinking cute. We've got Orange Cat. He loves his bandana, and so does Black Cat. They absolutely love him. And my pretty boy Diesel is definitely Insta famous. That does it for today's video, y'all. Thanks so much for joining me. I had so much fun. I can't wait to see what y'all make with your party animal stencils. Also, don't forget you do have the opportunity to win one of these for yourself. All you got to do is drop those friends' names down in the comments below. Also, let me know, did you watch this live or are you catching the replay? If you've got any questions, also drop those down in the comments below. We will be answering those throughout the day. And yeah, we are so excited about this new stencil. Thanks again, Amy, for letting me debut this stencil. It is definitely one of my favorites because it gives my baby boy Diesel something to wear for his birthday. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.